Alrighty, what's up everyone? Welcome back to yet another video brought to you by Pioneer Power Sports. This is Max again, and you already know what we're talking about this time. It's a long-awaited video, and shout out to Mr. Brandon Lowe. He's been actually asking about some really good units, and I've seen his comments on many other videos that many other places and many other people have made. So just talking about the American Odes, you guys probably know about this brand by now. If you have not, let me give you a recap on our Jungle Cross, Path Cross, Warcross, Sports Cross, and similar models. So that's actually the Warcross 1000-6. You guys probably have ran across a couple of these units. You've probably seen a lot of these on your trails or whatnot. And it's gathered up some local recognition in the last couple of years. Just talking about the brand itself, they've already gotten their global recognition for about 30 years now. We Americans, we're finally getting these in different models, varieties, and definitely more options on the type of machine and engine size that you can go with. So I'll talk about more details about this American Odes Workcross 1000 cc's. Comes with the nice V-twin engine in it, has the fuel injection, and just like any of their UTVs, this one is also a 4x4 with the lock-in differential mode. So it's a completely capable machine for regular work, for heavy-duty industrial work, or even just to play around and have that super sport in it as well. If you've already seen the Jungle Cross, or if you already have one, so these are very similar in terms of your power, speed, and many other things, like a pulling capacity and whatnot. The warranty, the heavy dutiness, the attractive looks on it, everything is to par. That's on any American Odes product pretty much. Talking about the major differences, you get a more heavy-duty machine in general. So this machine weighs about another 800 to 900 pounds more than the Jungle Cross with the same caliper. We're talking about 1000 cc with the 4 doors in. You still get the same kind of sporty torque on it. Produces about 85 horses when you take it over 6500 RPM. But this is what sets this apart. You can use it for more stuff, especially if you're working on this particular machine. I'm just gonna walk around it, let you guys see how this comes with, the Warcross comes with more parts in the back, especially with the suspension, the control angles, and similar stuff. Looking at the front, it's the same concept. You got more balanced arms on it, like I-arms and similar other technology to get it more sturdy, and you get more suspension in it, like dampening option with the nitrous gas shocks and whatnot, versus the heavy-duty suspension without any nitrous compression on the Jungle Cross. Now don't get me wrong guys, many people who've got this, and you can see it all over YouTube and TikTok and many other platforms, people are completely satisfied with the Jungle Cross. The Warcross on the other hand gives you slightly more things. Now looks wise, if you guys feel like 1000 cc's is plenty and you're not looking to do a lot of towing or anything like that, you can definitely go with the Jungle Cross, and price wise they're not too far apart. So it really depends on the preference in terms of the looks and the usability. Talking about the sustainability, maintenance, durability on the machine, both of these are very heavy duty, so you won't be choosing wrong as long as you're with the American Odes brand. So I'll start talking about this unit. I'll get into as much detail as possible. Starting with the front, you got a very nice heavy duty looking full size bumper guard. Protects all front corners on it. Talking about the ground clearance, this is in an uneven ground right now, so you can literally tell the left side wheel or the right side wheel whenever you're driving it is on an uneven surface, and you know how well this balances this out. So when we unloaded this from a box truck, we noticed that the turning radius on this particular machine makes a huge difference. Getting it straight out on a 60-degree angle was not an issue. You have plenty of playroom on this gap right here. So you have a wide turning radius with a very good angle in the frame. Talking about your wheels, so these are similar sized wheels. You get the sporty looking rims on the Jungle Cross, which everybody loves. It's still alloy that's not gonna see the rust. Now with the Warcross, they put a slightly wider wheel because it's a more heavy duty unit, and it is a more heavy unit as well. And you get some accents on it. It gives you the chrome polished looks. Check it out, guys. It's pretty shiny. It's a pretty nice highlight to that black rim. You get the AT tire, so this is designed for all terrain. And then you get about 27 inch wheel in the front. That's about 27-14. You can always replace the wheels, put some bigger ones. And once again, shout out to Mr. Donnie. He's actually made a really good content on it. He's done so many upgrades, easily available on Amazon. He did it himself. He saved some big bucks. And that's what American Odes is about. They're a huge factory who shipped to over 130 different countries. The Russian military vouched for it. It's seen the Ukraine versus Russia mountains during the war or whatnot. So these are very durable. Now in the back, you get the same size wheel in terms of the overall diameter. It's 27 inches -11-14. So you get the same sized rims, but you get wider wheels in the back for more traction on it. Then same kind of suspension. Now this is how much play you get, both the front and also in the back. So it's a long traveling suspension. You got a nitrous adjustments on the shocks. Then you can always lift this with a spanner wrench and get it pretty sturdy. If you know that you're gonna go through some mud, you're gonna go through some jumps, but just make sure to keep it tightened or softened if you're going through rocky mountains or whatnot. Now all the swing arms or all the movable parts actually come with the grease points on it. So unlike many other brands, we're not gonna name them. I'm not gonna name the brand, but there's an XP1000 model that does not come with that grease point, and if you use it for 2 years, you're gonna end up changing the parts on it. Not with the American Odes. You can simply use a grease gun and it'll keep it pretty new. So that is that, guys. I'm gonna get back to the front. I'm gonna compliment the windshield real quick. So this is about the only model that comes with this tempered glass hard windshield. Now we're throwing this in, guys. We're throwing this in for free. So you get that included. It also comes in different models. If we wanted to go with the 2 doors, we got both the Jungle Cross and the Warcross in 2 doors. Now the Jungle Cross comes with the short traveling suspension as an 800cc, both in a the 2-door model and the 4-door model, and it sits up to 5 people at the most. You get full-sized adjustable seating in the front and 3 unadjustable stagnant seat in the back. Now most of your motor action goes in the center of the Jungle Cross. So this is kind of center heavy, so it's ideal for mudding and fun and slide work, but for heavy dutiness of it, just check it out, guys. the Warcross is capable of carrying 6 people. That folds down into a cup holder slash phone holder like that. Has a rubber that locks it in, and in the back you have the same concept. The center console, just like in a car, folds back into a cup holder slash phone holder, and then you get 3 seats in the back, just like the Jungle Cross. There's also a nice headrest for the back seater on this. I did notice that the Jungle Cross has longer seats. Some of the models also come with heated seat on the Jungle Cross. Now, talking about other option on the Warcross, it actually comes in the same concept, like a 2-door with the 3 front-facing seats, and you can also get it with the 650 motor in it. So it produces about 60 horsepower or 55 horsepower instead of 85. Unless you're doing extreme off-road or you're doing extreme work, I don't think that's going to make much of a difference, guys. You're still going to get similar speed, and you're still going to get similar options on your turning angle, towing capacity. You'll get the same kind of windshield and similar stuff. Alright, so looking at the overall lighting system in it. So you get more of a box style frame in the front, so it's a well-designed machine. You get LED strips on the top and bright lights in the front. I'm gonna turn that on, show you guys how it looks. Now I'll get back to the door and I'll tell you why they kept it like that. So that is your LED strip for the looks on it. And that is when you're actually riding it. So these are pretty bright. It's daytime right now, but you can literally tell it's pretty bright. LED lights in the front. You can see it even in my shirt right here. That's how well designed this machine is. That's how bright the lights are. And we're gonna turn it on. Stay tuned, guys. We're also gonna take it for a spin and give you an honest opinion on what we feel about the test drive on this machine. So same concept in the front. You get a lot of grease points, a lot of workability on the suspensions. You get a lot of control arms. It's heavy duty, well designed. You get a pretty nice disc brake in the front. And that's a gigantic triple tree right there. Connects all that suspension system. So still get more of a McPherson, but an advanced McPherson style suspension. Then you get a Runva style. That's on any American Odes. You get about 3,000 to 3,500 pound winch included, and this one comes with the nylon winch, so that's not gonna break on you easy. Then we got this gigantic radiator to keep it super cool, long-term riding and similar. And there's so much more. Your like hydraulics and everything can be accessed easily. So working on this machine is not a big deal. Getting parts on any American Odes brand is very easy. They have 2 major plants in the United States. One located in Jurupa Valley, California. The other one is in Atlanta. So getting parts is super easy. You do have a year warranty that backs up your parts on motor, transmission, electrical, and also covers the labor for any dealer to work on it. So if anything goes wrong within the first year, you guys are not coming out of pocket for the most part. Just make sure not to expect like the plastic pieces or any wear and tear or any low maintenance to be covered by the factory. So this also calls for a shout out to all the people who complain about warranties on so many of our products. Please go ahead and check out your warranty information. Most of our dirt bikes and 2x4 machines are backed up with up to 24 months warranty if you purchase it. Right off the bat, they do come with 90 days to 6 months warranty, and you do have to pay for the labor if you don't want to do your work yourself. We're not saying no on any work, we're not saying no on any fixing, we're not saying no on any parts. Just make sure to do your maintenance right. Just make sure to schedule out things with the service department, and please make sure you're following through the guidelines and not abusing the machine and asking the dealership to cover everything. Same concept on the American Odes, but these are more heavy duty machines and there's more coverage on your warranty. So you can feel free to test it out, take it in any rough terrain without even being bothered or without getting scared that the dealership is not going to back it up. I'm not going to speak for other dealership. We're here at Pioneer Powersports. We do have a service center, and yes, we are a certified American Odes service center. We do have certified mechanics who can work on it for y'all. So that's not an issue. All right, let's get back into the details. So you get lightweight but heavy duty doors on it. Has a full metal bracket on the side. And this is more of a half door, but almost like the full-size door versus any other brand, versus even their Jungle Cross series. And the reason is because this model is available in the HVAC or just the HV as well. So you can get AC system in it, you can get heating, cooling, and all that nice stuff. Makes it one better unit versus many other brands. And then I'll show you some details inside as well. The seats are very comfortable. I'm not the biggest person out there. I can easily reach the floor and everything. If you guys have teenagers riding, or if you're in the slightly lower height range, you can always adjust the seats with these lever right here. It goes all the way forward. It cannot be lowered down, so you still have to make sure you're adjusting everything right. Then you got your hydraulic adjuster on the handlebar, steering wheel as well. You can lift it up and down. You've probably seen that on many of our UTVs, and it's not that different, just the angles are slightly interchanged. So that is that. I'm gonna talk about some other details, like, so that's your cup holder. That's just to put your beer or drinks or juice or milk or whatnot. On the side, you have an appropriate spot if you wanted to add big speakers. You can unbolt these. Just make sure to check the connection, run it through the stator, and make sure the voltage is good. You have a pretty sweet sounding horn, and these are the the lights and all, high beam, low beam, and similar stuff. Sweet horn on it. You got a winch control right there. You can add more buttons to it. You got 3 spots to add more buttons. So this comes off. This one's more like a storage rack. You can always put the screen on it. American Odes does have it in stock if you guys want to add that on. The AC unit has ventilation right here, and in many other spots, like on the corners and whatnot. And it'll be enclosed with a similar material. Has that tempered glass windshield as well. On the top, you can add so many more stuff. Once again, if you look for Mr. Donnie Lutek's video on YouTube, he bought 1 unit from us, added so many lights from Amazon. He even changed out the wheelbase on it on his own. Never had any issues. Many people complain about warranty sometimes. He actually take it through rough terrains. He does like a lot of mudding and parting on it. That's all he does. And he's had good experience with it so far. So yeah, you can always take recommendation from people. Any fixing or any minor diagnostics does not have to cost you a lot. And feel free to contact us anytime you run into any issues. We do handle after sales as well. We're not a drop shipping company. I've seen some certain companies and many like franchises, they just supply their products, and with other brand like Massimo, they're required by Tractor Supply. You don't get any after sales support is what I've heard from other people, but I don't want to talk bad about a big franchise company. But they do specialize in selling only. Okay, a few other things. So this is what I meant. You can get the Warcross model in 650-3. So the 800s are still under process of getting in. They're actually popular in many countries like Russia, France, and many other places. The 1000cc's we still have it in. The X3 is the 3-seater, so you don't have that extra cab in the back. The X6 is this one right here. You get the 6 seats on it. And yep, talking about the TT test, or the tilt table test, it passed about 35.4 degrees. Simply means you can put it on a park mode on a 35-degree angle without it sliding out. or you can still use the low drive and you can climb up to 35 degrees with no problems at all, still obtain that speed and the pickup and such and such. So it's fully automatic. You get a similar screen to the path process. That's our ATV lineup by American Odes. Analog RPM. You get digital cluster for most of the stuff. Now that's the RPM, that's the speedometer. You can also get a speedometer right here. Indication on your oil, gas, and many other stuff. I have not turned it on, so don't bite me and tell me there's no gas, no battery, or nothing like that. We're gonna show you all the stuff during the test drive. Even show your gears on it, so you can literally tell if you are on high drive, neutral, reverse, even a park mode, or low drive. So you mostly use the low drive when you're going slower than 35 miles an hour, or if you're carrying a lot of people through steep hills, or if you're pulling something, towing something, anything of that sort. High drive, that's your best friend. That gives you the full speed, doesn't rev up small throttle, or just by giving it a little bit of gas or anything like that. And that's your four-wheel drive switch on it. So this is kind of unique compared to many other machines that we sell. Now you can simply put it on four-wheel drive and then lock in the wheels with no issues at all. So that's the two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive switch, and that's your locking mode. So you can actually lock it in even being on two-wheel drive, or you can simply give it a full 4x4 suspension by turning both the options on. So they've got some hazard lights. That's most of the UTVs. You have a converter right here, or that cigarette lighter, and a pretty sweet USB charging port. Fits up to 2, produces about 2.1 amps, so it's a fast charger as well. So that's how it folds back, and that's the rubber piece to hold it back on. Simply slide it in, and the doors are pretty well designed. You get a full metal frame on the side and malleable style material on the doors as well. And if you guys don't care about the doors, or if you like the nakedness just like on the Jeeps, you can always, this can come off with just a couple of bolts, so it can easily come off. If you wanted to add maybe a slidable windshield, just like on the HV or the HVAC unit, you can always do that as well. And on this side, you get a nice cup holder on the side once again, and a pretty nice glove box. And Odes, that's beyond roads. So this can be street legal. Just make sure to check with your DMV DPS. In Texas, we got, what do we got? We got the OHV up to 30 miles. We do have to make sure it comes with the blinkers and all, and the mirrors, which it already comes with. So this can be straight legal in many states as well. You can follow American Odes Global, Aodes Global on Twitter, that's X, LinkedIn, YouTube, and many other places. They're pretty big on Instagram. And that's a toolkit, so you get a set of tools and an owner's manual for all kinds of work on it. That's your O-shoot bar. That's a censored version of the O-shoot bar. Now I'm gonna get out from this side. Alright, that's the suicide style door. Let's take a look at the back of the machine. Pretty spacious. You get same concept on the doors. It's a slightly shorter door, but covers the whole thing. Now most UTVs and most 5-seaters or even 6-seaters, they have compromised leg space on it. This one actually is spacious. You even get a footrest on it. Just make sure not to keep it too close to the metal bars, because whenever you go through rougher terrains, you want to avoid bumping into, well, it's metal versus bones. You know who wins. So that is that. The back seats, I believe, are non-adjustable. That's pretty good. It's sturdy. And 3 passengers. Has 2 cup holders in the bottom right there. So if all 3 of you drink, you have to find a way to fit in. hooks. And then you have more storage right here as well. So this can be taken to any campgrounds. This can be used for any kind of work, for like, let's say, landscaping and similar activities. Most people take it in events and like mudding events and fun parks to have fun with the family. Or if you have a big gang of friends, you can always hop on one of these and explore the woods, explore the trails, do many things with this. Okay, the Warcross 1000. Now it has a hydraulic dump bed. So if you check the Jungle Cross, so this is more of a sports recreation model. The Jungle Cross, it can still be used for like work. So all of their models are a crossover between a sports and a utility model. So this one dumps out electronically. You do have to push the cargo up and down, so it gradually does it like like a robotic dump bed. This is not robotic at all. It's completely hydraulic and a manual dump, so you can easily do it with your hand. Makes it super easy. You don't have to wait to dump it out or anything like that. So you get a solid dumping angle on it. You have a tapered tailgate on it. So for fishing, camping, hunting, mudding, anything like that, you can put your stuff right here. Like, still got the spot for your cups. Mostly sized out like a styrofoam cup. And that's to do all the rest of the work. It has solid places to put your gun racks, mount your gun racks and stuff, put your fishing pole and stuff. It has the hooks for the bungee cords or straps or whatever you use to hold down to the stuff that's in the back. And man, this gives a better angle on it. Man, just look at it, guys. Heavy duty, nicely designed, well designed, industrial graded machine, vouched by the Russian military. So your circuit box is on the left side, all the fuses are right there. So for any testing purpose, diagnostic purpose, you can easily do that. Your belt drive system will be in the back, so you can simply open this case. You won't have to get all in it. You can simply access that easily, so your belt replacement is not a problem. That's our maintenance after using it for years or months, or depending on what all you do with this. That's the gigantic muffler. You get the whole flow with the heat shield completely covered. Not gonna burn out. I mean, if you have like name brand owners, they're gonna burn out by just looking at this machine. If they know the price, they're gonna burn out even more. So that's your motor. It's a V-twin, well designed, high quality machine, made in the factory of American Odes. They've also made motors and parts for many other brands, not gonna particularly name them. And you get dual cylinder head with that V-twin. That's one on this side and one on the other side. Like I said, produces about 83 horses once you take it over 6,500 RPM. So you already got a airbox that's pretty high. I do not expect you guys to take it deeper than this, but if you wanted to, you can always like change it out, adjust it, snorkel it out, get it even more up, not pull it completely out, and try to do different upgrades and try to work on it to make it even better. So you do have that option. And this is your gas tank. You also get a pretty well plastic gas tank, so it's not gonna see the rust. I've seen on many UTVs, people leave it in their farm, leave it in their ranch, call us after 6-7 months, and just to find out their gas tank has been damaged. They blame the motor sometimes, they blame the warranty sometimes, but it's none of that. If it's a good amount of gas, gives you a full tank will give you about 5-6 hours if the speed is right. Then all your connections are here, like an EFI and other stuff can be found easily. You got a lot of computerized sensors and all, so everything reports back to the screen. Now getting this dump down is pretty easy. You can literally do it with one hand when it's empty. When it's full, I don't know, depends on what you have it on there. With cotton, even if it's full, it's the same weight. With metal, you probably need 2 people to shut it down. Now that is that. And there's so many things we can discuss about this globally recognized brand. And I don't want to talk about the 650s and AC unit right off the bat. I'll save that for later on. We've got some amazing comments on many of our videos. We've had really amazing reviews on all American Odes brand. Every single owner on this machine have absolutely loved it. We've never seen it in their shop at a service center or anything like that. Maybe a couple of times when people do crazy and stupid shit like drink and drive and whatnot. That's the overall looks on it. Now that you've seen both of these side by side, comment down below, guys, which one will be your favorite. These are actually priced very well. Actually, they're almost about the same price. We can throw in more discounts on the Jungle Cross. We can throw in the windshield. That's about $300-400 value on the Warcross. And we're doing free speakers, promotions like underglow lighting if you don't really care about taking it in the mud. We can also put light bars in the back, in the front, or many other places. If you already own one of these machines, want to bring it to a service center, you can contact us. Or you can give me a call at 817-805-0795. My name is Max. I'll be more than happy to assist you with any purchase, any decision making, or if you just want to know about your machine that you already own, I would definitely love to discuss more. Talking about financing options now, unlike many of our products, we don't really do lease to own on these. It's more stereotypical financing. You can finance up to 84 months with a strong enough credit and strong enough history on the credit. And you can literally get it started at as low as 550 credit score. And we can work around many banks. We can work with many credit unions. And both of these, the Jungle Cross or any American Odes UTV, actually qualifies for ranch exemption, farm exemption, or similar stuff. We can ship these nationwide. And so about the UTVs, we were able to ship so many of them in a box, but more than likely we're not going to do that, guys. Just order some that's assembled and ready to go. Getting it from the box, you won't get much help from us. And if you ask me about assembling questions, I might be less helpful. If you ask me about diagnostic questions, we might be more helpful. That's any salesperson in general. Now about dirt bikes and smaller scooters and mopeds, we can guide you through the whole assembly process. It just takes a few bolts and few nuts. Now these are like completely different. It's almost like building a car or a mini farm truck, so do not get this in a box. So yeah, comment down below if there's anything that I might have missed out. I mean, I have not discussed so many things on it. Just the important things, what people have asked, what people mostly want to know about, and similar things. If you want to know more about it, feel free to give me a call. I'm just one phone call away, or you can give a call at the store line. If you want to know about the financing option, you can visit our website at www.pioneerpowersports.com. If you're local in Texas, just give us a visit. We're next to that Lisa's Chicken. We're located in 2470 West Pioneer Parkway. Alright guys, so we went through the overall review on the machine. What I didn't do is go over the detailed specifications and measurements on the machine. If you want to get all that description about the engine type, the actual dimensions and actual part numbers and stuff, it's mostly available in the owner's manual. If you look in the description down below, we've went ahead and placed all that detailed information for y'all. Or you can always call us for any specific parts requirement or anything like that. We just went over like the details on how people want to hear about these machines on trails and different other stuff. If you wanted to actually know about the dimension and size of the rotors and stuff, we can get into details. Just put it on the comment down below. If not, just download the owner's manual from our website, or I'll try to put the PDF down below. So let's look into the inside of this machine. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it out, but the Warcross is available in the HV model and also the HVAC model. So you can get a AC heater or just the heater or just the airflow inside the machine with all the enclosed windows on the side. And those are about just $24,999 at the store with the HVAC. Normally they're like just $10,000 apart, so you're looking at $26,000, $27,000 price point. That's better than anything that's out there with the AC. So before we take it for a spin, Mr. Alex is gonna demonstrate the toughness on this machine. We're just gonna try to take it around the parking lot and see how it performs. You got adjustment panel for your steering wheels. Now you already know about the winches, horn, and all of that. So this is how it sounds when you start it. Normally it's recommended that you just turn the key on, let the EFI kick in, make sure it's in park or neutral whenever you start it. Now that's when you start this machine. It's a little bit low on gas right now. We don't fill it up with too much gas since it needs to be stored inside an enclosed space. And you can always change out the settings and many other things on it too. Just wanted to show you the buttons right here. Clusters, I've discussed that earlier. The cup holders, that's a closer look to it. Alright, so let's take it for a spin. Alright, we got Alex in the vehicle now. He's gonna show us how this rides and everything. But first off, we're gonna turn this machine on. And he's gonna turn the steering wheel on it. So that's the EPS that kicks in. And even in park mode, it turns pretty easy. So that's not gonna be a hassle trying to go through like different curves and different stuff. And he's gonna take it on a spin. You see how well it does even on under 20 miles of speed. And we mostly recommend that you put it on low drive if you're taking it under 35 miles an hour. But like always, high drive is your best friend. So see how well it does on those curves. It's self-balanced. It doesn't feel any inclines on the inside the machine. Just on the outside we can see the wheels, how they get raised up, how the wheels actually, or the suspension actually balances itself out. Now going through any speed bumpers, ditches, see the ground clearance on that machine? Nice. So despite being more of a 6-seater, or if you go with the 2 doors, more of a 3-seater, it's not too wide compared to many other machines. Like I said, we got the exact dimensions on the description down below if you want to get a storage space for this, if you want to measure out your gates, if you want to measure out your trailer and similar other stuff. And just make sure to check out the dimensions. You'll be looking into more of a wheelbase if it's an open trailer. If you guys have a box trailer or something that's enclosed, or if you have a tailgate in the back of that trailer, make sure to measure out bumper to the bumper. And that is the speed on it, man. So people have said they've gotten up to 85 miles an hour with so many adjustments. But mostly right off the bat, this V-twin motor produces 85 horses. So you're looking at top speed of about 59 to 65 right off the bat. That's stock. The American Odes also makes many ATVs like the Pathcross. You guys probably seen a lot of these videos. You've probably seen a lot of these on the trails. They also make golf carts of that sort, like this Rover EV. And he just went to the back. He's coming around, I guess. And please feel free to order online. We got the website listed down below.